Supreme beings of the analog verse, show me a sign. What synth should I cover next? If you can hear me, supreme edgelords of the analog verse, give me a sign. What synth should I cover next?
Little earthling, behold.
Whoa, whoa. Ah, it's the Edge. I always wanted to play with one of these.
Now go forth and make video.
Yeah, right on it, right on it. Hey, when are these going to be available?
Very soon. We will relay final model when Comet 1P reaches its closest point to your galaxy's G-type main sequence star. It's in July.
Oh, cool. So finally, everyone's going to be able to go and get...
2061.
Okay, so no need to worry folks, our little friends from outer space have just updated me and the Edge is now finished and shipping from the factory with immediate effect. Okay, so what is the Edge? On the tin, it says it's just a humble percussion synthesizer. But to underestimate it's just a percussion instrument is kinda like inviting the Predator over for tea and biscuits and expecting to have a nice chat. Because I mean, this thing has some serious range from like sane to insane to irrational to deranged to completely mental. I mean, look at the color, folks. Nah, but for real, this thing is definitely a whole instrument in its own right. It's capable of massive bass lines, crunchy leads, thumping drums, and cutting through the mixed percussion. So let's take a closer look and see how this thing works. Now to break it down simply, there's four main sections. You got the dual voice oscillator section here on the left, the filter noise output section on the right, and then of course the patch bay on top. Okay, so lastly, you've got the sequencer, and this is really where the magic happens. So as you can see, there's a clock section here, and man, it's so useful to have a switch on the panel to do this. You can select between internal, USB MIDI, or MIDI inputs, and you can set the scale. There's the trigger button. You've got an advance button to go through the steps. And of course, you have a play button. And as it's analog, this thing goes to crazy audio rate tempos. Totally mental. Okay, so let's actually get to some interesting stuff now. So I'm going to jam around with the pitch and velocities on the sequencer to show you the dynamics you can get out of this synth. And bear in mind, the big part of that is down to the velocity, because what it's doing in this normaled state without any patching is simply controlling the level of the envelopes which are hitting the oscillators and the filter. And this gets some real dynamic movement in the patch. So let's have a play. Okay, so that was using the normaled routing of the sequencers. However, we've got a pretty juicy patch bay here, and there's a whole heap of audio hacks we can do with it. So here I'm using a multi-cable to connect the pitch sequencer output to the noise level input. And note that I set the oscillator sequencer pitch modulation to off. So now the more we push a knob on the pitch sequencer, the louder the noise will be. Then let's also send that signal to the filter decay, and now the higher the knob position, the longer the decay length will be. And using this technique, we can now build drum patches with both kicks and snares in a single patch. So let's have a listen. Man, I could play this thing for hours, but for the last patch, we'll use the same technique, but this time also using the velocity sequencer patching to add more control. Now stay tuned, folks. For the next video, we're going to get into some heavier demos. That's coming soon. Catch you later.